It's a rainy but warm day today, and honestly, kind of the perfect mood for making art. I always find these kinds of days just a little bit more peaceful. The sound of the rain bouncing off the windows, off the leaves and the ground, there's just something about it. It makes reading, painting, drawing, any kind of artwork like that, it sets the perfect mood for doing that kind of stuff for me. So just a quick heads up, most of the videos I make are filmed over the course of a few different days. Sometimes the light changes or the vibe shifts a bit, and that's because the creative process doesn't always happen all at once. But once it's all edited together, it becomes one cohesive little story like this.
Some threading on the bottom here that we're going to mount on the side here, so I could move it out.
One of those days included a trip to IKEA, which ended up being a big win for the studio. I finally grabbed the Alex drawer unit on wheels that I was wanting to get forever, and it's already made a huge difference. Not just for organizing tools and materials, but for keeping the space feeling clean and minimal. Exactly the direction I've been trying to take this setup forever. And if you know me, you know that I have my OCD and it's hard for me to get it where I want it so it's just right. And of course, as you can tell, as you can see, being a dad has its perks. Trying to assemble stuff, getting frustrated, and having your daughter sitting on the stairs asking you for favors. It's always a fun time. While I was at IKEA, I also picked up a new desktop for my motorized standing desk legs. It's white and simple, and now both the art desk and my editing space are starting to match. The editing station is motorized too, which is a nice touch. When I'm spending hours cutting videos like this one, it's all coming together slowly, but every little change makes the space feel more intentional. This desktop makes it awesome and perfect for this little desktop easel that I purchased on Amazon. I handmade an add-on for the easel which makes the surface area a little bit bigger. The pastel mat fits perfect on it. When I'm not working on pastel mats and I'm using smaller canvases or smaller paper or anything like that, I can simply just remove it and use either the flat top or just use the desktop easel the way that it is at its normal size. All right, let's get into this new piece that I started to work on this time. As you can see, I'm drawing a portrait of a dog. There's something about it that I instantly connected with, just like many of the drawings that I do, or most of the drawings that I do. Some of them stand out, when it comes to portraits and stuff like that, and I just have to draw them. The reference photo had so much personality in its eyes, and that's usually where I start. For me, the eyes are the anchor. They are the gateway to the soul. So once I get that right, everything else kind of just falls into place. So I'm using a mix of pastel pencils with pan pastels for this one. That's usually my go-to combo for animal portraits like this. It's usually when I want that soft, velvety type-like texture in the fur. I'll talk more about the materials as we go, but the goal here is to really capture that lifelike softness while still letting the portrait feel personal. Like many of the portraits I usually start with the background first, and I like to go in with the pan pastels again for that velvety look. However, with the blacks, when you want them solid black or a really deep black, usually I jump into the pastel sticks, and then I ended up just blending it in anyways with a little bit of the pan pastels on top. After blocking in the background, the eyes are generally what I tackle next. So I usually start with a light sketch to kind of block in some of those major features. Nothing crazy detailed at first, unless I'm actually going into the eye, but there's always an undertone and a base layer to that. Once that's done with the base layer, using generally the soft pan pastels, these let me lay in subtle gradients for the fur and shadows without overworking the paper and getting rid of the tooth of the paper. It's like setting the stage before the fine details kind of take over. During this phase, I try not to get caught up in perfection, just getting the overall tones right and letting the structure slowly take shape, and of course trying to get as close to the actual colors as I can. So now usually this is where the fun kind of starts. Layering in the texture with pastel pencils. I work in small strokes to kind of mimic the direction of the fur, switching colors often to build depth and variety. No single color just makes it work. It's all about layering and blending gradually. The more and more that I use pastels, the more and more I learn about them. It's just like colored pencils essentially. It's all about layers without overworking the paper. I always pay close attention to the eyes, the nose, and the mouth area. That's where a lot of subtle expression lives, especially in dogs, cats. Getting those tiny little highlights and shadows just right makes everything feel more alive. The fur under the chin and around the ears adds a nice bit of contrast too. It all works together to frame the piece, but like I said, it's usually the eyes, then the nose and mouth. Once the main features are in, I slow down and start making adjustments, softening some edges, sharpening others, adding in the brightest highlights, darkening up some contrast. Those final touches really bring any portrait to life. This is the part where I tend to zone out in the best way. It's meditative. And I like to take breaks, walk away, then come back and look at it with fresh eyes. Sometimes you spot little things you missed, and other times you realized it's done and it just feels right. I had to take a break from the drawing, and it turns out I took the family down to see some fireworks for Canada Day. It was amazing. Well everyone, here it is, the finished portrait. I'm really happy with how it turned out. That mix of softness and detail is exactly what I was aiming for, and it feels like the personality really shines through. Hey everyone, DrewDrawz here, and welcome back to the channel. I hope that these new videos that I'm working on make you happy and bring you some type of comfort, because that's one of the goals with all of this. Something that you can unwind to, or even just have on while you're working, relaxing, making lunch. Whether you're an artist or someone who just enjoys watching creativity unfold. So I hope that this brings you a little bit of peace, and I really hope that you enjoy it. So in this video, as you can see, I'm drawing a cat and talking a bit about why I enjoy drawing pets or animals in general. There's something really satisfying about it. Every animal has a personality. There's a look in their eyes, a texture to their fur, and it's always a fun challenge to try and capture that. Drawing fur can be incredibly meditative for some. I know it is for me. So whether it's short and glossy hair, or thick and fluffy, long, doesn't matter. There's something about building all of those layers. It just feels so satisfying. It's very slow and detailed work, but I love that part of the process. And it's a little different from doing the soft blends of skin tones. For me, my absolute favorite part every single time, no matter if it's some sort of animal portrait or a human portrait, it's always the eyes. I try to make them look glassy, reflective, and full of life. Kind of like they could blink at any moment. When I start working on the eyes, it's like the drawing comes to life. And for me, that's the moment it kind of feels finished. When there's a soul looking back at you from the page. It's kind of crazy. That is part of why I love doing these videos in a slower, calmer format. I try to ease up on the crazy cuts and a lot of fast talking. Just time to take in the process. I find art very meditative. These drawings often take hours, sometimes even days, but there's something really grounding about just sitting with it. Stepping back and taking a look at your drawing and or painting, letting the work take shape gradually.
She doesn't know anything. I mean, she's not stupid. She knows I'm into something.
Whether I'm using colored pencils, pastels, markers, oil paints, it doesn't matter the medium. It's always about layering, textures, and patience. Patience is one of the number one things that drawing or any type of artwork like this takes. Especially with pets, I find that softer mediums like pastels can really bring out that natural fluff. But I'll switch depending on the look that I want. Sometimes colored pencils give the control I need for sharper detail. Now keep in mind, I've mentioned this before, you can add colored pencils on top of pastels. Again, for the sharper detail. It just depends on the final look that you actually want to go for. Also, I wanted to mention that in an upcoming video, you will notice a few small studio changes happening. I've been making some adjustments to help improve my workflow little things like reorganizing where my tools go,
I was just curious, just for
certain types of furniture, cabinets, desks,
guys,
repositioning my camera setup,
I don't have
and
to
just
squint
trying
right
to
now.
make things more efficient for
don't have to
myself
squint.
overall.
like the lighting's different.
They're
right?
not huge changes,
I can open up
but
my
they're
eyes, like,
already
all the way.
making a big difference in how I move through projects. It's amazing how a few small tweaks can really improve your creative flow. Now, I'm going to be putting together, again, an easel that I put away from a few years ago. I finally decided to break it out again because I've been wanting to get back into brush painting, especially on the days where I'm not using any type of pencils, markers, or pastels. I also recently picked up a gouache paint set. I have been very excited to try and get into a little bit of gouache paints. I have never worked with that medium before. When I did work with paints, it was generally oil paints. Because of the type of artist I am, the style I do, and mixing in my tattoo style, oil paints have always been my go-to. There will be another video of the unboxing of the gouache paints, and yes, taking my first attempt at gouache paints. I'm both nervous and excited for that one. I always get nervous when I take on a new medium when it comes to art, but I'm pretty confident at what I can do, and I'm not sure if realism has ever been attempted with gouache paints, but we're gonna find out. It's definitely gonna push me out of my usual routine, out of my comfort zone, and let's see where it takes me. Alright everyone, that's the end of today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and don't forget to show some support and subscribe. I will catch you on the next one. Today we had a different kind of start to our day. Took a little detour to the beach before anything else. No rush, no schedule, just us, the water, and a bit of quiet before the chaos starts. Then it was back home. Breakfast with my son, dogs weaving around our feet, and the usual morning noise that somehow makes everything feel right.
These eggs are gonna be amazing. Remember?
After breakfast, I grabbed a bit of quiet time to chip away at some editing. I'm still figuring out my flow with these videos, but I actually enjoy this part, seeing all the little pieces start to fit together. Alright, time to get into the zone and start laying this piece down. But thank you, as always, for hanging out with me. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the music. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you some comfort, whether you're watching while you draw, unwind, or just looking for something calm and creative to vibe with today. But in this video, I'm doing something a little different. I'm drawing a piece based on an AI generated image of a baby or a young Sonic the Hedgehog. Now I know that might sound a bit out of left field, but the second I saw this image, I just couldn't get it out of my head. It had the perfect blend of cuteness and softness, from the oversized head, the huge reflective eyes, that dreamy bokeh style background. I absolutely love that. It instantly hit that part of me that just had to draw it. Even though I didn't design the original concept, there was something so striking about it that I wanted to take it and reinterpret it through my own lens, make it feel handmade, human, and maybe uniquely mine, I guess. So I decided to go with soft pastels for this one, which is kind of a double-edged sword. They can be very tricky to work with, especially when you're aiming for really saturated, punchy colors like the ones in the original. Most of the time, pastels lean towards that soft, dusty, kind of chalky, muted vibe, but for this, I wanted to challenge myself to push the medium to make those bold, electric colors pop in a way that feels kind of alive. That meant a lot of blending, tons of layering, and experimenting with different tones to get the richness I was after. I also made a few tweaks. Most noticeably, I exaggerated the eyes even more to boost the cuteness factor. And I softened parts of the background to enhance that dreamy atmosphere. The bokeh style, I absolutely love it. And all of this brings up a topic that's becoming more and more common in the art world. AI generated art versus traditional art, and where digital art fits into that mix. There's a lot of debate out there. Some traditional artists see digital art as easier, I guess you could say, or somehow less valid because it's not made with physical tools. But the truth is, every medium has its own set of challenges and skills to master. Digital art takes time, effort, discipline to learn, just like oils, pencils, pastels. It's not about the tools. It's about what you do with them. AI, on the other hand, is a whole different conversation. It can generate something visually stunning in seconds, but what it lacks is the human element. It doesn't make artistic decisions. It doesn't have emotion. It can inspire, but it doesn't interpret. For instance, I have used, and a lot of artists, tattooers, are against AI generated images. Now, me as a tattooer, I don't see the difference on jumping on any platform such as Google or Pinterest or anything to find reference photos to use for an upcoming tattoo design. There is not a lot of originality out there anymore. It is still out there, you just need to find it. However, I don't find the difference if you are looking for a reference photo from those said websites or AI generated, as long as they are being used for reference only. So that's why I saw this piece not as copying an AI image, but as translating it, bringing it to life through my own style, with all the imperfections, instincts, and creative choices that only a human can add. Because at the end of the day, what makes a piece of art meaningful isn't how quickly it was made, or even how perfect it looks. It's the heart behind it. Whether you're working with charcoals, markers, oil paints, a digital tablet, it doesn't matter. But what does matter most is the connection between the artist and the work itself. Anyways, so thanks for being here and sharing that space with me today. I just wanted to bring it up and voice my opinion on, AI art, digital art, traditional art. But if you enjoyed this kind of process breakdown and want to see a little bit more of the kind of behind the scenes look, or just the voiceover thing and looks, a look into how I approach different mediums, feel free to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. And if you want even more in-depth content, including full-length real-time drawing sessions, I post all of that over on Patreon. My link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.